What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another competitive How to Play. Today, I want to talk about the Basil Pilsner 15th place Recovery Girl deck. Congratulations to Basil. Let's just jump into it. So the idea of this video is I want to look at the deck list and see kind of like the overall overarching idea of it, talk about a couple key cards, and then I want to talk about the strategies and tactics inside of the deck, and then let's do a deck list recap as we review and go over the ideas and see the broader picture again. So this is a life-symboled recovery deck. A couple of cool cards that I haven't really been keen on when it comes to Recovery Girl. Muscle Mauler. I've seen Focus Attack before. Like, that's a really cool one. I like Blood Transfer, especially as it works with like Forceful Blow. I've never thought about Ruthless Mockery and Recovery Girl. Recovery Girl's whole deal, like, she wants to like keep as much health as possible, right? You look at that first form, gain 2 health, and then her Ruthless Mockery says all your moves get -2. It's basically all the moves, you just first form on every move. It's really, really cool. And then this foundation lineup, there's so many cool pieces here of like the Singleton Blood Evaluation, the Pump Up, the Recovery Girl's Kiss, to like blow them up to make them throws, build them back in, and continue on just weaving your stage how you want. Very, very cool list, but we'll get into it. So what does Recovery Girl want to do, right? She's got this late game control that she wants to amass this absolutely massive stage and keep as much health as she can. She normally ends the game with, if you want to beat Recovery Girl, sometimes you have to slam 60 damage into her with the cards that she has of gaining health with her character and negating health with the foundations, not to mention blocking, right? Like, 5-handers are allowed to block. And then one of the cool things that she gets to do is she says that she can destroy 2 of her foundations to make any attack in the game a throw. So like, you see these really cool, big, strong, powerful, sometimes really slow moves, but they hit really, really hard. Well, it doesn't matter if they're slow, if, you know, half damage is still lethal. And the last thing is she's allowed to reuse powerful foundations. Every time she takes a lick, she gets to build in whatever she wants in her discard pile, active and ready. And so she gets a lot of really cool uses out of like destroy cost abilities. I'll destroy this thing and then rebuild it back in. Let's look at some tactics though. The bombs, right? We talked about these two at the top of the thing. Focus Attack, it says for every mid in your card pool, if you play this card at least third as your third attack, and they're all linked, it gets +3 damage. So this easily becomes like a 12 damage move, and then Recovery Girl, you know, makes it a throw. It's a 6 mid for 12 throw, incredibly strong. And then Forceful Blow is a 4 mid, so it works with the idea of Focus Attack, and it has powerful for itself. So even with 1 momentum, it's a 4 mid for 9 throw. If you stack up on momentum, I don't know, by making all of your other moves throw, sometimes you can have like 4, 5, 6 momentum, slam 20 damage on a Forceful Blow. If they don't have an out, they could die from full. And then lastly, Carbo Loading. Carbo Loading kind of makes everything a bomb. Enhance Commit, Carbo Loading, give your attack +3 damage. It feels very good when you know that attack is going to land because, you know, you've made it a throw. And there's plenty of life gain inside of this deck. And so after you gain life, you get to ready it back up to then use it on the next one. Incredible cards. The deck flow that we have is Muscle Mauler, destroy face down foundation, draw a card, add a card from your momentum to your hand. And then the other cool thing about this card is if you have more health than your rival, this attack gets -1 difficulty. If we're both playing at the rate of play and I'm attacking you and you're losing health, and you're attacking me and I'm losing health, but I'm gaining my health back, this Muscle Mauler is not going to be a 6 diff for very long. It's going to be a 5 diff for pretty much the entire game. Incredible deadlock, but if I hit you once with this card, I get to pick it up and then slam it down again. Future Charge, it's a 4 mid for 3 mid for 4. Again, if you notice, whole monolith mid attack lineup. Draw a card for every copy of Future Charge in the card pool. Because my character has no inherent draw power on face, right? And her building is very reactive. We need as much of our cards to count as like 2-for-1s as possible. Muscle Mauler draws a card, gets a momentum, slams you for 6. Future Charge, it's a 3-for-4 that draws a card for each copy of Future Charge. So this Future Charge draws 1, the next Future Charge I play draws 2. Incredible. Blood Transfer, if it's fully blocked, which is totally red, I get a momentum. Imagine making this a throw. I played my 4 mid for 4, it's fully blocked, it's a throw, you're still going to take 2, and I get a momentum off the top. It's going to feel very good for this Forceful Blow to give it +8 damage to the next one. And so we see a lot of these cards are replacing themselves and cheating out that 5 hand size that we want to be, because again, we need to build out the biggest stage that we can. We need to have as many blocks as we can to keep that vitality life, so we can define and develop the sports state. Up next, we've got like the idea of defense, right? Like what are some of the key pieces here? We've got Excited for Blood that says pay 2, draw a card to like help you block, as well as you know, flip, gain 4. That feels pretty good. You can destroy the Excited for Blood, take a hit, build it back in as soon as they lose health again, using things like blood transfer. Flip, I gain 1, you lose 1. Oh, you lost health? I'll flip over my Excited for Blood and I'll gain 4 again. Imagine gaining 5 on one of my opponent's moves, in conjunction with Ruthless Mockery, in conjunction with a flip Bonds of Friendship. This Fury gets -3, destroy it, build it back in, another -3. Just incredible. Just there's so much damage reduction happening in this deck of, hey, don't touch me, I'm here to play the long game. I love it. It's really, really awesome. And then I haven't even talked about the fact that you know, the right block for the job. All these cards draw or add cool key pieces to your hand, and if you are missing them, if I don't have Passing Torture on the field, I'll take 1 or 2 damage from a poke and then build it out of my discard pile. I have no problem checking my really awesome foundations, my really awesome one-ups like Blood Evaluation, in order to get them. Or Wild Wild Pussycats, I'll build this in as a form, not doing an enhance, not doing anything. Flip, discard the top 3, putting more resources into my discard pile to build in later. I'll pick the best block and add it up to my hand. Just incredible synergy. It's so good. So as we come and we look back at Recovery Girl, there's a lot of really cool ideas in here. I think personally, I like Muscle Mauler at a little bit higher of an idea, and now we get to look at, like, I didn't even mention, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, you look at a deck list and you don't even mention the fact that Back Alley Haymaker is in the list. That card's super good. It builds, it draws, it does everything the deck wants to do, but not quite, you know, I wanted to focus on other things. A Precious Lesson for rebuilding cards is really awesome. Bench Press, if I've lost one, my throws get a little bigger. If this move's going to deal damage, I'm going to gain my 2 back, a lot of health gain back. There's so many cool buttons and so many ways to like keep your vitality live in this deck. In Recovery Girl, Life Recovery Girl specifically, that like it really does feel like a brick wall that if you can't scuttle up and climb over quick enough, you're gonna get squashed. So there it is. There's a basic how to play for Basil's 15th place Life Recovery Girl deck. Congratulations again to him, and make sure you check out all the other how to plays that I'm doing on the channel. With that said, thank you much for watching, and I wish you well.